Conference will now be recorded.
Yeah. Good morning. Welcome to Mohansh Technologies. So we discussed about Python and Python libraries so far. That is the first level of full stack, and the next level is something like a user interface. We learned some backend. We learned some backend programming like Python. Okay, and Python related NumPy pandas, Matplotlib also we discussed. And now we start with the user interface. And once user interface done, then we will have integration with the Flask, integration with the Flask and the Django. Okay, the first module completed, and we have two more modules in the part of the full stack development. Okay, so let me draw the picture how the things are going to be happening with this particular full stack. So we have the modules level, modules wise. The modules wise, we done with the backend. We done with the backend programming Python, and at the same time we have NumPy, Python related libraries like NumPy we done, and we done pandas, and we done Matplotlib also. So these are the things we done so far in the part of backend. This is backend actually, backend programming. This is backend programming. Okay. So the pending thing is front end programming. So front end programming, JavaScript, HTML, CSS, React. So at least we try to understand about this part of this HTML, CSS, JS, and React JS. So once we done this front end also, then we have the integration. We have the integration. We have the integration framework like Flask and Django. We have the integration frameworks like Flask and Django. We try to understand Flask Django here. We try to understand Flask Django here. And this Flask Django, whatever the applications we are creating, those applications end of the day, we have to send it to the machine learning, deep learning, something like ML AI. End of the day, we have to integrate all these things into the ML AI. Okay. This is the agenda. We already discussed it, but one more time I'm telling this. MLDL, NLP, something like that. Based on that, we will do the project. We will do the application. Am I clear, everyone? So this part was done. This part was done, and now we have to go with this part. And after that, we have to go with the framework like Flask and Django. Then we will have the integration of MLDL, NLP for this. So that is the agenda. End of the day, full stack Python with MLAI. Okay, let's start with the user interface. The part of the user interface, there are three important components: HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. The part of the interface, we will be having three things: HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. So we already have a lot of videos in the YouTube channel, JavaScript related, HTML related, CSS related. Again, for this class also, this full stack class also, I want to discuss about this part of the front end. This was done. The backend programming already done. This was already done, and now we have to go through the front end. After that, we go through the frameworks like Flask and Django. Am I clear, guys? Am I audible? Am I clear? Manasa, Sriya, Rohit.
Yes, sir. Clear.
Yeah. So we already know HTML. We already know CSS. We already know JavaScript. Maybe. Okay. Anyway, I want to go through the things. Open Visual Studio Code. So here onwards, I need to go through the Visual Studio Code. Why? Because in Jupyter Notebook, only Python and ML AI you can write. But whenever you want to write some front-end programming, better you can go with the VS Code or any editor like Atom or Brackets or Sublime Text, like that. VS Code is better compared to all these things. Okay, till now only Jupyter Notebook we have the classes. Till now so far whatever the classes we done in Jupyter Notebook we done. Now I need to create some folders. Just wait, I will save the diagram. This is the diagram, this is the agenda. Okay, let me go. And here ML AI Python. Okay, this will be agenda for class. Okay, here only I want to create one new folder. Yes, where is this? Where is this? Second. Yeah, full stack Python is here. Full stack Python ML AI. Let me create a folder. I will close all these things here. Open folder. Desktop. Full stack Python. So here I will create a new folder for UI. In this UI, I will create some other subfolders. One folder is HTML, and one folder is CSS, and one folder is JS, and another folder is React. So React, no need to create the folder. Directly you can create from the command line. Anyway, some nodes and all we will write here. Right. So these four technologies compulsory we need to learn to understand the front end part. Then we understand about the Flask Django, how to migrate user interface and Python with the API creation and database creation. When we go with the Flask and the Django, then we can communicate with the two databases. One is a MySQL and one is a MongoDB. Am I clear, guys? Am I clear, everyone? Okay, I'll open directly this one. Hope so. Everybody know already HTML. Okay, I just go through like a crash kind of thing. Okay, so different kind of elements I will write down in the single file. You know that HTML is using for design web pages. Design web pages. HTML is hypertext markup language. Markup language. Yes, yes. Okay. And HTML used for just to design web pages. No styling. HTML files are saved with .html format. Saved with the .html format. Okay, let's try to, and one more point, HTML is combination of or collection of components. Collection of components. Components. Components are tags. You can say some components or you can say some tags. Let me create a tags. We have types. Tags we have types. Paired, unpaired. Paired, unpaired. Tags we have types. Paired, unpaired. Let's go. New program. Save it as tags types. Tags types. .html. Let's create the template. tags types. Some of the tags are paired tags, something like paragraph. If you want to create a paragraph, you can create a paragraph like this. This is a paired tag. Some of the tags are unpaired tags. It's a kind of HR, some of IMG. So for IMG, I need to take the image basically. Any image you took. Copy image link. The SRC you can paste. Okay. My God, this is a bigger one. Or you can take some break tag. You can take some break tag. Break is also unpaired tag. Break also unpaired tag. Okay. Let's execute this. And IMG is a self-closed tag. IMG is self-closed tag. Let me take some image from here. Baby images. Copy image address. Keep inside the SR. Right click on this. Open in live server. Okay. What happened? Yes, coming. So these are the tags, and here after the image you can give the break. Why? Because image also inline tag. Better you can take a break here also. These are the tags and types. These are the tags and types. The first one is paired tag. Then all the tags are unpaired tags. Remaining all tags are unpaired tags. Next, we have paragraph. We have already paragraph. Para creates with p tag. Headings. Headings creates with h1 to h6. Headings h1 to h6. Let's have the combination p and headings. Let's have the combination p and headings. Paragraph and headings. Make new p and headings. Dot html. Okay, p and headings. Okay, I have few headings. H1 full stack Python. Full stack Python. And I have H2, H3, H4, H5, H6. Only six headings are there. Only six headings are there. H3, H4, H5, H6. Next, H2, H3, H4, H5, H6. Six headings are there. For each and every heading, I took a paragraph. For each and every heading, I took a paragraph. Let me take a paragraph for each and every heading. After each and every heading, I took a paragraph. I think collaboratory I already shared. Everybody received collaboratory file. Everybody received Python collaboratory file.
No, sir, I haven't security. I
Yeah,
got
yeah. So
GenAI, but I didn't get this
you did not get this full stack file.
one. Full stack Python AML. I didn't got it.
Okay, 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 Rohit. I will share. Even this
It's
folder also.
Uday.
This
It's
Uday.
not Rohit. Uday. Yeah, sir.
Uday, can you share your email ID here now?
Yeah, sir. One. I will.
I want to share this folder also, UI folder and the collaboratory files, all the way. Okay, let's continue. We have headings and we have paragraphs. Execute it. Open with live server. We have heading H1 para, H2 para, H3 para, H4 para, H5 para, H6 para. These are the elements, right? Headings and paragraphs mixing. Next, we can go for list items. We go for list items. One is ordered list, one is unordered list, one is the definition list. Ordered list, unordered list, definition list. What ordered list can contain with? Ordered list contained with the OL tag. Inside that we have LIs. Inside that we have LIs. Unordered list, UL tag, and for UL tag also, unordered list, you will be having different LIs. Next, definition list, it could be DL tag, and it can contain with DT and DD. DT is definition title, DD is definition data. Number of definitions, if you want, you can take number of definition. For everything, definition title and everything definition data is there. Okay, come to the program, how these list items will be. List items dot html, list items. The first one, ordered list. Order list. For this order list, I should take different kind of list items. You took something, some technology names. One is HTML, one is Python, one is JavaScript. Okay. So how this order list will be? Execute it. HTML, Python, JavaScript. Now I want this order list reversed. I want this order list reversed. Okay, reversed. Reversed mode. When you want to go for reversed, say reversed. Say reversed. And one more thing. Order list with type. Type you can say. Type alphabets. Type alphabets. Can you see this? That is the reversed order list. The next one is type with alphabet. ABC kind of thing. And one more thing, I want to go with the Roman numbers. Yes, you can go with the Roman numbers also. Type with I. I is Roman numbers. An order list starts with start. There is a method called start. Start with 100. Your order list starts with 100 number. So this way you can define your order list items. Next I go through unordered list. Unordered list. For unordered list, you have to go through the UL LI. Some people already in the MERN stack, right? Some people already in the MERN stack, they know about this HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. I thought to combine these two sessions in that time, but okay, fine, no problem. Separate section of videos, I need to cover everything. Na? That is the reason I am just going through one more time here. The Python full stack people, different people. MERN stack people, different people. That is the reason I'm just going through everything. Okay. For unordered list, you can say coffee, boost, milk. Unordered list, we don't have numbers and we don't have any attributes also. We don't have numbers and we don't have any attributes also. 1 second, just give me 1 second. Yeah. For unordered list, we don't have any attributes, just dots. Dots will come. Let me go for definition list then. H3 definition list. How definition list will be? So DLDT text, DLDT DD. First DT definition title, HTML, some text, plain text. You can have copy of this and take one more definition. Multiple definitions you can able to see. You can edit the things later. See the definition list in the bottom. You have the definition title and definition data, definition description, definition data, whatever. This is about list items. This is about list items in HTML. Let me go with hyperlinks then. Hyperlinks. Anchor tag. href something. And you can say this is the link. href is mandatory attribute for anchor tags. Href is a mandatory attribute for a tag. Href is mandatory attribute. Compulsory we have to write it. And one more thing, by default hyperlinks are blue color and underline. Blue color and underline. Let me define some hyperlinks then. A tag dot html. Hyperlinks. Simply a href. Okay, this will be a Google. For Google link, we have to provide for that. If it is Google, you have to take the link and provide for it. Provide inside the href attribute value. When you launch it on top of the browser, you can able to see one hyperlink on them. Getting my point, sir? Everybody, who are not in the Maroon stack, they are new for this HTML. That people need to get understand. I think Uday is not there. Even Sri also not there in the Maroon stack. It seems. Sri and Uday, you both are not available in the Maroon stack, right?
I was up until HTML, sir.
Uh-huh.
I do remember this. I was up until HTML was completed.
Okay, until HTML you are there.
Yeah, sir. Even little bit of CSS I was attended, but after that I was not able to.
Okay, no problem. Here you can continue.
Yes, sir.
Anyway, this particular full stack Python needed this all HTML, CSS, JavaScript. No? For YouTube watching people, if they are going with the playlist, they need to cover with all the technical skill. Okay. Anyway, in our live sessions, as I promised, I need to cover each and every topic. Okay, so this is the Google hyperlink. Okay, when I open it, I can able to see like this. When you click on this, it is connecting to the Google. But I don't want to go with the same tab. I want to go with the different tab. When you want to go with the different tab, you need to write a one more extra attribute called target blank. You need to write a extra attribute called a target blank. Target blank. Google new tab. Google new tab. Now you can see I have two things. Okay, let these are inline elements side by side will come. Just break it. One is a Google, one is a Google with a new tab. If I click on Google, it will open in the same tab. If I click on Google new tab, it will take new tab. It will take automatically new tab for Google. Okay. I hope everybody got understand this. You can see this. Only one tab is there, hyperlinks. If I click on Google, in the same tab it is opening. But in the second one, when I click, it will take new tab and opening the Google. This was not disturbing. That is about hyperlinks. And one more thing, iframes. How iframes will be? Iframe is a kind of inner frame. Iframe is a kind of inner frame. Iframe is a kind of inner frame. So tag is iframe, src. You can define some width height also. You can define some width height for that. And this is parent tag. If I go for YouTube, we click on the share button, click on the embed button. You will be finding the iframe here. Generative AI course related video. Take it, keep here in the program. Next, create a new program iframe .html. Don't load multiple iframes in one HTML. That is not recommended. One iframe is okay, but don't load multiple iframes. If you load multiple iframes, your web page will slow. Your web page will slow. I'm copying the iframe here. Save it is. So these attributes are not required. Allow full screen, all these things. Till SRC enough. Width and height SRC. Load it. Load in the browser. I got my YouTube video loaded in my web page. I can able to play this. In my web page, I can able to play this. It is something like that. I can able to play this. Okay, player everything, YouTube player everything will come. Direct YouTube video we are loading into the websites in real time. For example, hospital applications, real estate applications, some different kind of applications. They have to promote their trailer in the websites. When you open a website, they can display the trailer in the web page. That time, that is basically iframe. The next component is images. Images. Okay, how to work with images. Images create with IMG tag. SRC is a SRC is the mandatory attribute. SRC is the mandatory attribute. And IMG tag is self-closed tag. IMG tag is self-closed tag. Let's go. IMG SRC. Let's take a new program. Save it as IMG dot XTML. Okay. IMG SRC. That's it. SRC is the mandatory attribute here. Take any image from here. Take any image, copy image address, paste inside the SRC. But remember, IMG tag is inline tag. In one row, I can able to place n number of images. I will tell you what is the difference between the inline tag and block level tags. I'm taking 3 images over there. I'm taking 3 images over there. I will explain. I will explore to the browser. Yeah, I can see 3 images side by side. Am I clear? Why? Because of images are inline tags, not block level tags. If it is block level tag, it will occupy complete row. It will occupy complete row, but this is not occupying complete row. Remember. Okay. So the next one. Any other tags, Manasa? Tables, huh? Any other tags? Tables. How we can display tables? How I can display tables? Tables create with the table tag. Inside the tables, we have table rows. Inside the table rows, we have table data. Not only the single table data, I could have multiple columns. I can have multiple columns over there. Something like this. Okay, let me go to the table. Create a table. New. Save it as table.html. Okay, I want to create the table now. How to create table? Table tag open, table tag close. I want to take the table row first. If you want to take the table row, tr is a tag. I want to take the columns here. td is a tag. The first column serial number, second column name, third column salary, or just name salary. Name salary. Qualification if you want qualification. Name salary qualification. Name, salary, qualification. Okay, this is my first row. It is related to the heading, but I need data na. I need data. Now I took data. Let's take a name called Uday. Salary 67,000. Qualification B.Tech. Name called Mansa. Salary 85,000. Qualification B.Tech again. Name called Mohansh. Salary 1 lakh. Qualification MCA, for example. So this is BSc. Okay, execute it. If I execute it, how the table will be? It is looking like this. It is not good look feel basically. It is not good look feel, but I want to make it feel good. Then table needs some attributes. There is a border attribute. There is a width attribute. You have to specify two attributes here. One is a width attribute, one is a border attribute. By giving these two attributes, your table is looking like good, looking feel good. But the heading, whatever the name, salary, qualification, and the data, everything is looking like same. But I want to make it highlight. I want to make it the heading part highlight. How you can make this heading part highlight? There is a one more kind of table structure we need to create for that. There is a one more kind of table structure we need to create that. Okay, this is not having border, na? Sorry, header, na? Let me take the heading as table no header. Table no header. Table no header. But I want to take the table with header now. Table with header now. This time table structure is completely different. Table is dividing into the two parts, T head and T body. T head and T body. For T head, I took a table row. For that, I need to take TH tags. I need to take TH tags, not TD tags. First TH name, second TH salary, third TH qualification. Qualification. That is the T head. For T body, you can copy the data, whatever we have here. Uday, Manasa, Mohansh. That data I took here. One more thing is missing. One more thing is missing. Table attributes we are not giving. We have different table attributes. No? One is the border. Two. Width of the table. Width of the table 100%. Now you can see the first one is table no header. Second one is with header. First one is no header. Second one with header. Am I clear, guys? Am I clear? Any questions on this? Anybody? The
No,
first
sir.
one no header,
No
just plain
questions.
table. First one is a plain table. Second one is dividing into the two parts, T head and T body. For T head, we have the TH, not TD. In the part of the TR, no TDs, only TH. Now, table, call span, row span. Table with row span. Row span means all the rows, one column I want to add. All the rows, one column I want to add. Take a table again. All the rows, one column I need to add. So where I need to add the column? For the first one, heading is bonus T head. One more T head I am taking. The column name is bonus. For all the persons, for all the employees, same bonus they have to give. Then first TD, one more extra TD you can add. Value. As a value, you can add one more extra TD. For that TD, you give something like 5,000 or 5,000 bonus. Okay, for this TR, no. For this TD, you can say something like row span 3. Three rows we have, row span 3. Then I given row span 3. Can you see the last one? Table with row span. The bonus 5,000, which is going to be occupied for all the employees, Uday, Mansa, and Mohansh. But inside the Uday, you can specify. Inside the Uday, you can specify, but you need to say a row span 3. Then automatically it is elaborating for Mansa and Mohansh also. Row span. The call span. Call span nothing but for all the columns I need to add one more row. For all the columns I need to add one more row. Table with row span this is. Now table with call span. Table with call span. Call span. For call span, what I want to do is I would like to take one TR and one TD. That TD need to yes, one TR, one TD. That could be something like Happy Christmas or Happy Diwali, something like this. Okay, this TD, can I keep center of the row? And one more thing, for this TD, I want to give the call span. How many columns are there with us? How many columns are there? How many columns are there?
4 columns.
Name, salary, qualification, and bonus. 4 columns. For all the columns, it is not occupying. Happy Diwali, I taken. The TD, call span 4. Call span 4. Taken. Oh, I'm not giving the value. If you give the value, it will occupy. What the problem? It is not centering. Can I keep this center? Can I keep this center for the total TR? Maybe it will work or not work. Not work. Then you can write CSS for that. It is not working. I do one thing. So I just remove here. Here I can keep center. For only text, I can keep the center of the. Yeah, it may work. It will work. So this Happy Diwali is a call span which is occupying for all the columns. Am I clear, guys? Okay. What are the tags we discussed till now so far? We discussed about paired and unpaired. We discussed about paragraphs and headings. We discussed about list items, three kind of list items: ordered list, unordered list, definition list. And we discussed about hyperlinks. We discussed about iframes. We discussed about images, and we discussed about tables. That's all. We have two kind of tables, no? This is the one kind of table, and another kind of table is this is one kind of table, plain table. This is a plain table. Another kind of table is what? Table dividing into T head, T body. T head, T body. Okay, so the coming class we will discuss about div span and what are inline elements, what are block level elements, and how to create forms, how to create sign-in form, sign-in form, sign-up form, registration form, all these things. Okay, all these things we will discuss in the part of HTML. Then we'll move to the CSS. One class enough or no? Let's see tomorrow. Maybe one class is enough to complete this HTML. Very soon we go through the CSS and very soon we go through the JavaScript. JavaScript is very important. Even HTML, CSS also important. HTML is just for design. CSS just for styling purpose and all. Okay. Please like the video, share the video, subscribe the channel if anybody not subscribed so far, and click on the bell icon for the further notifications. And comments are needful, and this video will reach to unsubscribed persons also. They also have the knowledge. They also can go through the videos. They also go through the classes. That is the very reason. Like the video and comment for the video. Thank you guys. Thanks a lot. Have a good day. See you signing off. Any questions so far? Answer Rohit Sriyavade.
I'm good, sir. Thank you.
No
Very,
questions.
very good. Very good. Very good. Thank you. Bye for now.
Tomorrow we have